Tyson Fury, I'm gonna be short, sweet and simple. This fight right here, you better be preparing. You better train your butt off as if your life depends on it, because your life depends on it. Don't go up missing.
I'm gonna smash your fucking face in, you prick. How about that for a fucking message?
On October 9th, 2021, Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber, will enter the ring against Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, in the third fight between the two of them over the past 2.5 years. Wilder will be looking to recapture the glory of being a heavyweight champion for the second time. This is a fight that has been highly anticipated. Numerous people around the boxing world have had something to say about this fight. Maybe that Wilder didn't even deserve a chance to reclaim glory, that Fury was head and shoulders above anything that Wilder had to offer. All the while, even in defeat after the second fight, the former champion declared he wanted his get back. So this Saturday, he will get his opportunity, and we will be there to witness it all. Will he be successful? The consensus is he will. Many people feel that after all this time, the champ has had time to consider everything that he's dealt with, to consider what Fury did in their second fight was out-slick him, outmaneuver him, and trick him into thinking that he may have been on the up and up. But was he? Did he really come out on top in championship fashion? That begs the question. One thing's for certain. Fury has utilized his time to celebrate, be obnoxious, be crude, disrespectful of both Wilder, the sport, and himself, and the fans. How much more of this will we have to endure? My thoughts are, after Saturday night, no more. Because Wilder has taken it upon himself to go after Fury, because he says he wants it back in blood. Think about it. What are the stakes? The heavyweight championship. Who could prevail over the other out of 3 fights? Who's superior? The consensus of the draw after the first fight had heads turning. The mere fact that Fury was able to survive 12 rounds after being knocked down twice, and the second being almost a fish knockout. But he saw his way to his feet to finish out the round. The judges on hand had weird scorecards. They scored the fight as if Tyson Fury had really done a lot to Deontay. But upon further review, you'll find that he spent a lot of the rounds moving around, gesturing, mugging, and not much punching. They awarded him for that. In the meantime, the champ at that time, Wilder, chased him behind a jab, occasionally threw body shots, was the aggressor, and though he missed a lot of shots, he was the busier fighter. The 2 knockdowns almost ensured a victory. Even referee Jack Reese at the time said he had Wilder winning the fight. Although he took Wilder's knockout away from him in the 12th, it was still a controversial decision of a draw. What is going to be the outcome of this trilogy? Will Fury prevail? I don't think so. Tyson Fury has been in a position to do things successfully, but he has always shot himself in the foot with his out-of-the-ring antics. The fact that he is definitely a person who has had chemical dependency problems. Also, Tyson may or may not be manic. He may have mental issues, even though he states otherwise. Deontay Wilder gave this man a chance to come back to the sport, clean himself up, have an opportunity to be a champion again. And in doing that, he gave Fury new life. But Wilder may as well have been Dr. Frankenstein, because Fury took the opportunity, all right, but there was no respecting Wilder in that process. Fury bit the hand that offered out food. So, here we are, coming up on October 9th. The outcome. People already want to know exactly what will it be. I think it's going to be a bit of both of the first 2 fights. But the difference in the outcome and the performances will definitely be outlined here. The highlight. Deontay Wilder has taken the time out to remind himself of boxing, to remind himself of rededication, remotivation, to find out exactly what it means to want to be successful, to want to be champion again, to prove to the world and the naysayers that under all of that power, courage, bravery, there is still a skillful tactician. Personally, I believe he's going to prove it all, no matter how long this fight goes, and I do believe it ends inside the distance. But why it ends inside the distance will be up to Tyson Fury. He will not be allowed to mug and play around and gesture. He will be forced to fight. The antics of the first fight, walking Wilder down, applying pressure, trying to push him and force him back on the back foot, It was only minimally successful because something was wrong with Wilder from the start. He didn't have his legs under him. But there are no issues going into this, and there are going to be people with credentials to oversee any unsavory acts that may be attempted by external forces. And if this fight isn't allowed to be on the up and up, things are going to get turned out. That simple. Hopefully it doesn't have to get to that. Hopefully Fury mans up and tries to come in there and defend his own honor, of which he has none, but to perform like a professional. Take your ass whooping like a man, so to speak. That's what's going to make a difference here. These two men have no love lost between them. And as Wilder has stated, he now has the feeling of someone scorned. Gone is the man who was compassionate and gave point and issue to consideration. Because when it came to he, there was none. So, glase glas. An eye for an eye is what we're going to see here. I think Fury has already begun to take that mile-long walk to the gallows. In recent days, he has begun to give interviews, closing himself off from certain media press, admitting to other things, particularly the negotiations that didn't take place between his camp and AJ because of the arbitration. But for months he allowed people to think that this was true. Now he's going to have to face the piper. And I'm going to tell you something. A man like Deontay Wilder, who now has vengeance, bloodthirst in his mind and in his spirit, is very dangerous. It would be interesting to see Fury get through the first 3 rounds. But this is not because we're talking about an execution of a right hand landing. No, this is going to be Deontay Wilder putting hands on Fury. He's been betrayed. He's been backstabbed. Fury came up on Wilder's merit, and the powers that be allowed it and treated Wilder as if he was insignificant. There's so much blood curdling under the surface. You have no idea what this man has had to endure and suffer at the powers that be. And on October 9th, Deontay Wilder will get a chance to unleash all of that in a so-called grudge match. Yeah, he'll get a chance to show Tyson Fury exactly how he feels about everything that went down. And we'll be there to see it. We'll be there to witness it all. Fury is going to have to lick this gift horse in the mouth. And this gift horse is going to punch Fury in his. October 9th is the day of reckoning. It's the day of retribution. Get your popcorn. Be ready. Because we're going to witness something we haven't seen before. And I do believe it's going to be serious. This is Stormy B Man. First of all, I'd like to say shout out to the LDBC, the Lions Den boxing community, and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. You can leave comments. Let Stormy B Man know what you think. How do you see this fight going? What is the drama of the fight for you? What is the excitement in this fight for you? What will it mean for the victor? Leave those comments and let's discuss. Until the next time we meet, peace, and everyone remain safe, and make sure you get your ticket or at least order this fight. It's a can't miss situation. Peace to everyone.